Welcome back to Melody Guitar Book 3. This book focuses on reading and playing melodies in standard music notation. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own copy of Melody Guitar 3 that you can read from and write in, plus you can help support a music teacher. So I'll leave a link in the description. We're on page 79. The next few lessons are going to be a little different. We're going to cover minor keys and scales and a bit of music theory. In this lesson, you're going to learn the difference between major and minor scales. If you lower the third, sixth, and seventh notes of a major scale by a half step, you get a minor scale. Here's your C major scale. We take the third degree of the scale, in other words, the third note, that E, going to lower that to an E flat. The sixth note or sixth scale degree of the C major is an A. Going to change that A natural to an A flat. And the seventh scale degree or seventh note of a C major scale is a B. We're going to lower that to a B flat. And now we've gone from C major to C minor. At the bottom of page 79, we have a written exercise. I've written out some major scales. What I'd like you to do is convert those into minor scales by lowering the third, sixth, and seventh scale degrees. In other words, the third, sixth, and seventh notes of those scales by a half step. Now keep the notes the same. Don't change the notes. Just change the accidental. So if it's a sharp note, change it to a natural note. That's how you lower sharp. And if it's a natural note, lower it by changing it to a flat. And then when you're done writing these out, play both the major scale and the minor scale so you can hear the difference. First up, we have a G major scale. We have one sharp in the key signature, F sharp. Please keep that in mind. We're going to convert this into a G minor scale by lowering the third note from B to B flat, the sixth note or sixth scale degree from E to E flat. The seventh scale degree is an F sharp because of the key signature. That changes to an F natural. And then when you've written those changes in, go ahead and play the G major scale. And the G minor scale. Next up, we're going to convert F major to F minor. We have one flat in the key signature. Please keep that in mind. The third scale degree is A. Change that to A flat. Sixth scale degree is D. Change that to D flat. Seventh scale degree is E. Change that to E flat. And then play the F major scale. And the F minor scale. Next up, changing D major to D minor. We have two sharps in this key signature, F sharp and C sharp. Change the third scale degree, which is F sharp because of the key signature. Change that to F natural. The sixth scale degree is B. Change that to B flat. The seventh scale degree is C sharp because there's a C sharp in that key signature. That C sharp will become C natural. Once you've written in your changes, play a D major scale. And a D minor scale. Then we're going to change B flat major to B flat minor. Two flats in this key signature, B flat and E flat. Change the third note or third scale degree from D to D flat. The sixth note or sixth scale degree, change that from G to G flat. The seventh scale degree, A to A flat. Then play the B flat major scale. Remember, we have B flats and E flats. And then play the B flat minor. Now we're going to change A major to A minor. Three sharps in the key signature, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Change the third scale degree from C sharp to C natural. the 6th scale degree from F sharp to F natural, and the 7th scale degree from G sharp to G natural. Then play the A major scale, with the F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp, and the A minor scale. Notice that when we changed that A major to A minor, there were no sharps or flats, just all natural notes, just like the key of C major. We're going to talk about that concept on the next page, relative major and minor. Right now, though, let's convert this E flat major to E flat minor. We have 3 flats in the key signature, B flat, E flat, and A flat. Change the 3rd scale degree, that G, to G flat. 6th scale degree will be from C to C flat. That's the same note as a B, but we have to call it a C flat. The note name has to remain the same. And then change the D to a D flat. And then we play the E flat major scale, and E flat minor scale. Your assignment is to study the material on page 79 and practice writing out major scales and converting them to minor scales by lowering the 3rd, 6th, and 7th scale degrees. If you need some manuscript paper for that, I've got some free manuscript paper you can download from my website. I'll leave a link for that in the description. And don't forget to order your own copy of Melody Guitar 3. The link is in the description. Once you're comfortable with this material, I'll see you on page 80, where you're going to learn the concept of relative, major, and minor.